I talked to Brad occasionally, and always interesting to me, he talks about that bubble of air. If you're in the bubble...
Oh, trouble, turn four.
Oh, no.
One car hard in the wall, Kurt Busch.
Oh, no. There's a 48 right back here to see where he does. There's a 41 on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, look at it step out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, big time.
Straightened Jimmy out. He kept going, but unfortunately, it was at the expense of the 41 of Kurt Busch.
So, Junior, if your handle's going away a little bit, tires are going away a little bit, is it easier to run up high?
Oh, no. Trouble. One car slides to the inside. It's Johnson for the second time. And that
just snapped around.
Will likely put him out of this race for the 6th straight year.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the bottom here, and he's going to get tight. We're deep into the run. He's probably got a lot of wheel in it.
He just steps out.
Yeah,
it just all by itself.
And you know, when you've got your teammate outside of you, the last guy you want to get into is your teammate. So you could tell he was really trying to keep it off the 24 of Chase Elliott, and around it came.
But we know the one car doesn't have tires.
Trouble, turn 3. One car up in the wall, Truex.
So he made there was a late move there going into turn 3, and there was contact.
Too many red cars. So you see him. You see the one up here, McMurray. He's wobbling around. Here's the 4 of Harvick behind him. Harvick goes to the bottom.
Truex comes down
across the nose.
He just wasn't clear of the 42.
Yeah, but that's where the action was. I mean, there was some movement right there that was a little bit suspicious to me.
And he catches Buescher. Go, sponsored by Credit
Now,
One
can
Bank.
Logano get to the 2 car and give him a big enough push to get by Denny Hamlin? I think he's going to have a big run here.
There's a possibility
Here
right
it comes. Can he do anything
Better cut
with
him
it?
off.
Oh, we got a crash. We've got cars out of control here.
No.
Logano,
Gather it back up. Oh, no. The 11 car's out of control off of 2. So we got out.
Got hit again.
No contact.
And here they come to the line. Watch the 11, Denny Hamlin at the front.
Going down in turn 1 here, and here comes the 2. He just cuts him. Got that momentum going down the hill. A little late on the 11, closing the door.
And 11 just gets behind on the wheel here.
Yep.
No other hard contact after that. All those guys did a great job.
And great heads-up move by Logano, knowing to go wide and get by him on the outside.
Logano straightened it up, but then collected Austin Dillon.
Little contact between him and 3.
Around.
Yeah, he went around again.
On the 9 of Chase Elliott, takes him almost to the lead.
But there again, you see Chase doesn't have, he had to,
Jamie McMurray.
Trouble.
In the wall. Caution.
Up front damage.
Coming into the corner here behind McMurray.
Pretty big run. Pretty far back. Looks like he's going to try to maybe squeeze to the inside. Yeah, just barely clips that left rear quarter. That's all it takes, really, to get the car turning around. Hard to say if Kurt Busch's car got a little bit tight as he got there and it just would pull down and get all the way underneath Jamie McMurray, or...
I almost think the air. I mean, I'm looking at the left rear corner of that one car right there. I don't see any wheel mark or anything. It's almost like the air pushed him around like he was a little loose and it just turned him.
Donna's going to have to back up to Jimmy Johnson and see if he can't get a run.
You better slide in that opening right there. Quick, quick.
Now here comes a push from the 42. Watch that. Go to the 41. Push the 41. He's got to run on the 48, Jimmy Johnson.
I think.
Johnson gets turned.
Not again.
Keep digging.
Kyle Busch into Larson into Johnson. And for what, the 7th year in a row, Jimmy Johnson will crash out of the clash.
Kurt Busch jumps out of line to make a move. And now you've got the 42, and I believe the 18 is behind the 42. So he comes up to Jimmy Johnson, gives him a little shove,
and that just
turns him.
Turned him.
And, you know, the front nose on these Camaros is very pointed and doesn't really line up great to the rear bumper, even of other Camaros. That's going to be something we're going to have to keep an eye on through speed weeks.
That was a pretty hard shot he gave. You know, that was it was harder than a bump.
Well, the aerial view should show the contact.
Great heads-up move by Kurt Busch to take that push from the 42 of Larson.
Here comes Kyle in the 18 with a big head of steam on Larson.
Oh, they're coming fast.
They all get together at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would have mattered the way that those bumpers are shaped or not. That was a big hit to the rear bumper of Jimmy Johnson.
In that outside lane with Jimmy Johnson on his back bumper, that's working really well.
Oh, Jimmy gonna take,
no, Jimmy!
Contact.
And around goes Menard into the wall, taking cars with him.
Come on, clear, 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 all clear.
Big wreck.
You got it.
Well, I'm just wondering, did that suck the back end of the car around on Menard, or did they make contact that turned him around?
It looked like it sucked Jimmy into him. I think he made a miscalculation there.
Yeah, Menard comes off the wall a little bit. It just you know, a misjudgment.
Yeah.
And made contact, turned him around.
Look at all. I mean, look at that. That's a wad of wrecked race cars.
That's the world's fastest wrecking yard right there.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
A reserve fuel switch in it, so the guys know about a lap ahead of time when it's going to run out, so they'll fill it sputter, turn that up.
And
Sorry, James.
Kyle Busch almost saved it. He collects Logano, and he's in the wall with Keselowski.
Yeah, you saw Joey Logano trying to keep Kyle Busch behind him, tried to block him, and Kyle went to the inside, and I think they made a little bit of contact and around, or which really just ultimately created this mess. A big push coming from teammate Denny Hamlin. Kyle's got a huge run, gets right to the rear bumper of Joey Logano, and you can see as he pops out. I mean, I don't know if the air turned Joey a little bit or they made contact first.
Chris Gabart, the crew chief, would rather walk to victory lane than the care center. Ryan Newman came down, and everybody behind piles up.
I saw a lot of rear tire spin on that restart. I think a lot of guys were struggling with grip, and they just started losing control. Maybe it could have been contact. Could have been contact from the 24 and that nose on that Camaro of William Byron as he gets to the rear bumper of Ryan Newman.
And it looked like he had been hit by the 4 of Kevin Harvick, which may have sent him into Newman.
Now he was already, you could see William Byron was already out of shape as Kevin Harvick made contact with the 24. Whoa, almost turns Denny Hamlin.
Almost turned him again.
Man, this is wild back here on the back straightaway. Got Boyer giving a big,
Hamlin
goes around. I bet that fender caused that right rear tire to go down. Logano in it again. This one's going to take the 48 of Jimmy Johnson out this time.
Back straightaway.
Huge push coming from Clint Boyer and Joey Logano to the rear bumper of Chase Elliott. Sends the 11 of Denny Hamlin into turn 3. Watch this car just go around. You know that that's a tire that went down. Had to be.
Hamlin has said on the radio he lost the right rear.
Well, and he was afraid of that. That's what that conversation between him and his crew chief, Chris Gabehart. They're worried about that tire rub. That outside lane's materializing pretty good. Big run. Chase Elliott, trying to get to the outside of the 42 at Kyle Larson.
Whoa, down to the bottom, and they touch.
Oh, another wreck. Goodness gracious. Here we go down the back straightaway. You see the 9 of Chase Elliott all over the rear bumper of Kyle Larson. He tries to squeeze to the outside of him, but Larson does a good job blocking him. Now Larson realizes he's going to go to the inside. This is almost similar to what happened between Joey Logano and Kyle Busch earlier. He tried to go to the inside. They just make contact, and they both go around.
That was that communication I was talking about. Spotters telling the crew chief,
no,
Harvick in the grass.
Harvick had issues at this race when they raced here last summer. Here's entering the bus stop. Oh, man.
A lot of dirt.
Jumped in the gas.
No. There was a lot of dirt on the racetrack. Yeah, those guys have been going through the dirt. Very, very easy to do back there.
And he gets into Truex coming back.
Harvick's around again.
Oh, man.
Harvick deep into the weeds there.
Harvick is not loving this race course. It has not been kind to him.
Further back, Kevin Harvick went off track in turn number 1, and as you saw, he's made a pit stop for repairs, but is still on the lead lap.
Well, there's a lot of things that are going on right there. First,
Caution is out for Martin Truex.
Oh,
man.
no! It's just not meant to be.
Boy, I'm so curious to see, was this him racing with his teammate? Did maybe some dirt? Oh, that's right. He had gotten by him. So, did maybe somebody lay some dirt? He just ran it kind of loose through there.
Exactly like Kevin Harvick.
Some cars pretty easily, probably because of his lane choice, or that, the lane that he was in. Like we've seen him make it 3 wide on the outside on some of those other restarts.
And Brad Keselowski has spun from 8th place at the bus stop.
You know, Jeff, the Roval put in turf right there.
Oh, another goes around. Oh, and he clipped Bowman. Heavy damage to the right rear.
Busher, Reddick, and Bowman.
Yeah, he got dumped.
Ooh, boy, just Bowman tried to squeeze by. You can see Reddick was just, he felt like he had the lane to get to the inside of Busher. Busher blocked him and closed the door. And then
Try to force a mistake is all Chase Elliott can do. Push him. You know he's going to push him hard. Man, he's got brake. Look how the brakes are hot.
He gets there. He's there.
Brakes are
Elliott inside in the chicane.
Oh!
Pounds Ryan Blaney.
Here comes Kyle Busch. That Chase Elliott's going to try that outside move. Finally gives him enough room. Chase gets in there. Oh man, Chase really just door slammed him right in the middle of the corner.
You can see his brakes just throwing sparks off of him.
You can see Chase had his hands full there. They were both pretty deep.
Man.